Hello, my little rays of sunshine. How are you all doing out there today? I'm Michelle the Introvert, and here I am once again in my kitchen. It is May 1st, and it is rainy outside, and it is windy outside. So I thought today would be a really nice day, a really nice time to do an indoor project. And in particular, I have a very nice recipe, my friends, that we can work on together today. It is for hot cross buns. Yes, and this is a very, very good recipe. And in just a moment, I'll give you a nice close-up of this recipe, the instructions, and the ingredients as well. Now for Easter this year, I had made my very first batch ever of hot cross buns. I will admit I was a little bit nervous. I had never made hot cross buns before, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be tricky. I didn't know if it was going to be difficult. So even though I was very excited to make my very first batch of hot cross buns, I will admit that I was a little tad bit nervous. Yes. But to my great surprise, once I got going on the recipe for Easter for the hot cross buns, I was just so surprised how easy. It was actually really, really easy to make these hot cross buns. And phew, my fears went away, let me tell you. So some of you, my friends, have requested that I do a video on making hot cross buns. So here it is, my friends. I thought today would be a really good day with the weather not being so great outside. It would be great to do an indoor project. And Gerald and Josh will love hot cross buns. So today's the perfect day to work on this. So my friends, I invite you to come along with me today. And right now I'll give you a nice close-up of the recipe. Hot crust buns, make them for Easter or any other occasion. And here are the ingredients. And here are the instructions. So my very first step is to get the yeast going. So I have my little green vintage bowl set aside for the sugar, the water, and the yeast. And after I get the yeast started, I'm going to add some of the other ingredients that go into my big, beautiful green vintage Tupperware bowl. Yes, so I'm going to get going on those steps, my friends. And then we'll go on to the next step together. In my big Tupperware bowl, I have the flour, the salt, the cinnamon, the sugar, the melted butter, the large egg. I needed the one large egg, and then 1 large egg white. As well, I needed the vanilla extract, and I have it all mixed together in my big beautiful green Tupperware bowl. And I have this egg white egg yolk reserved, set aside in this little gray Tupperware bowl. And next I have measured out 1 cup of raisins. Now, according to these instructions in the recipe, it says here, what does it say? Just gotta find it here. Okay, I found it. It says, whether you are using an electric mixer or making the dough by hand, you should always knead the raisins, and here they are here. You should always knead the raisins into the dough by hand. The mixer tends to crush the raisins and you want to keep them intact. So gentle hand kneading is best to incorporate the raisins into the dough. So that's what I'm going to do next, my friends. I have my mat here on my countertop, and I'm going to empty this bowl here onto here and just start kneading, and then slowly and progressively adding these raisins in as I knead the dough. I have the raisins all kneaded into the bread dough, and according to the recipe, I put this back into the bowl just like that, and I covered over with this nice clean tea towel, and then for 30 to 40 minutes I put this in a draft free, like no drafts, but a warm spot. So I thought a good place to put this where it's warm and there's no drafts is to put it inside of my oven. Now I'm not going to turn the oven on, I'm just going to turn the light bulb on, because the small amount of heat from the light bulb is enough to help this to rise. Yes, so that's what I'm going to do next, my friends. That's the next step. I'll put this into the oven. I won't turn the oven on, just the light bulb, and the heat from the light bulb will help this rise. So I'll see you guys back here in 30 to 40 minutes, okay? See you then. I'm back. It's been 40 minutes and I've taken out the bowl. And this is what the dough looks like for the wonderful hot cross buns. And what I did just a couple minutes before taking this out of the oven is I used some of this non-stick cooking spray, and I put some of that in this pan here. So our next step is to take this dough right here in this bowl and divide it into 12 pieces. Probably about equal pieces are probably a good idea, right? And then those 12 pieces can be rolled into balls to make some rolls. Yes, so that's my next step, my friends. I'm going to divvy this up into 12 pieces and make 12 rolls. 12 balls, yes. So that's what I'm going to do now. that I have all of these rolls in the pan, I'm going to put these back in the oven. I won't turn the oven on. I'll just leave the oven light on to keep these warm. And I'll put my tea towel over the top, just like a blanket, like you're tucking them in at night. Yeah, so I'll put these in the oven and I'll let them stay there in the warmth for an hour or until they're double in size. And then we'll take them back out and put some egg wash on the top to make them look really nice and shiny. So I'll see you all back here in about an hour. See you then. Well, it's been an hour and a half, my friends. That's actually how long it took for my rolls to double in size. I checked on them after an hour, but they just were not doubled in size. So I waited an hour and a half, and here they are. They're doubled in size. So my next step is to put like an egg wash on top of these rolls. And what I did here is, here's the egg yolk that I had set aside, and I put 1.5 tablespoons of water. So I have this here, and this is all mixed up. I mixed that in with a fork, and I have my little handy dandy brush, and I'm just going to paint. It's going to be like painting. I'm just going to dip some of this in and start brushing this over the top of my hot cross buns. I almost said cinnamon rolls there for a minute because it has cinnamon in it. But no, I'll put some of this on my hot cross buns. So that's the next step, my friends. That was easy enough, that's for sure. And I have a little bit of this left. I just used what I needed for the hot cross buns, and the rest I don't need. So I've got plenty on there right now. So my next step, my friends, is that I have the oven set to 350 degrees. And according to the recipe, I put my hot cross buns in the oven for between 30 to 35 minutes or longer if needed. But I'm going to keep a really close eye on them because I don't want them to get too dark. Yes, but I want them to cook through, obviously. So my friends, I'll check in on you guys in about 30 to 35 minutes and we'll see how this is doing. We're getting very close to the finish line now, my friends. It won't be long and we'll be able to put the wonderful icing on the top of that. Yes, that's just around the corner, my friends. So I'll see you in about half an hour or so, okay? See you soon. Well, it's been 30 minutes and I took them out of the oven. I kept a close watch on them because I didn't want them to get too dark in color. But at 30 minutes, that's what they look like, my friends. They look pretty good so far. So I'm going to take them out of this pan. It's a little warm right now. I'm going to take them out of this pan and transfer them onto this cooling rack here. This wire cooling rack. So that they can get a little bit cooler before we put the icing, the vanilla icing on the top. I'm just taking a final look at the recipe here for the vanilla icing or vanilla glaze. And there's 3 ingredients, only 3 ingredients for the vanilla glaze. And I'll tell you what they are. Some icing sugar or powdered sugar. And also a little bit of vanilla extract. And also milk, a little bit of milk. So I went ahead and mixed all of that together. You can see the icing there. It's all mixed in together. And I'm going to put that in one of these. Now, if you don't have one of these and you're wondering where to get them, I actually picked this up at Dollarama. Yes, it comes in a kit. And it's very easy to use. I just have to take the top off here and put the icing or vanilla glaze just inside. Yes, and then you just squeeze it. Put this back on first, of course. and then you just squeeze it onto the hot cross buns. So it's very, very easy. It's a little bit of fun too. So that's my next step, my friends. The hot cross buns, they're all cooled down. So they're ready for the vanilla glaze, which is a very, very surprisingly easy step. Yes. The whole idea with this here vanilla glaze is to make it look like there are crosses on these hot cross buns. Let's see if I can get this going here. Here we go. Very easy to put on. There we go. Now let's try it the other way. Angle here. What do you think, my friends? Did I miss any spots? Well, my friends, my hot cross buns are all done. Da 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 da! And the crosses on there look pretty nice. Yes, they look quite nice, I think. And it won't be long, and Gerald will be home from work, so he'll be able to have one of these, taste test one of these, with a nice cup of coffee as he comes home from work and relaxes a little tiny bit. So my friends, this looks great, and maybe I will taste test one of these myself. Maybe this one over here. This one looks pretty good. I might try that one. Got lots of nice raisins. Lots of nice raisins. And the cross looks nice. Let's take a look inside, shall we? See how fluffy it is inside. That turned out pretty good. That turned out nice. See all the raisins? I put a little bit of butter on the top there. And I have my handy dandy fancy napkin. Yes. So I'm going to taste test this. There's a nice one there. Yes, that is very, very good. Very good. I will definitely be making this a lot, especially at Easter time. Now that I know that I can do it, now that I know that I can successfully make hot cross buns. Yes, very easy. A lot easier than I had expected. A lot easier than I had anticipated, actually. Yes, I'm so glad it's another project that I know how to do in the kitchen. Yes, doesn't it feel good when you know that you can accomplish something and you can share it with your family and friends too? Yes, when you succeed in a kitchen project. Yes. So my friends, I'm gonna continue nibbling on this, and I want to also thank you very, very much for keeping me company today. And if you like this vlog, please give me the YouTube thumbs up or press that subscribe button. That would be great. And I have more vlogs coming up, so stay tuned, and I'll talk to you all soon. Talk to you soon, my friends. Bye. Bye.